Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Get your coffee. Morning Manna. We're going to continue in our study of 1 Peter. We're going to pick up in verse 6 where he says this, "In all of this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed." This is a great text. Here, see, there is this notion I think that the world has, and certainly I think people in the church have, and I think even times pastors have a tendency to have, is that when we're saved or when we're born again, or even if we're active and strong in our faith, that somehow we are expected to be kind of Superman people. And there's really no truth to that at all. I mean, we recognize, and Peter reminds us that we rejoice in the salvation that we have, but he says it is God's power that keeps us strong. It keeps our faith strong, testing us by fire, even when we grieve through various trials. Now, you've all been through trials. You've grieved over things just like I did. And like I said, sometimes there's this misperception that because we're strong Christians, that we shouldn't do that. But that's nonsense. Of course we grieve. We have emotions and we have to be not led by those emotions, but we have to allow those emotions to come out. The challenge is not being led by those emotions. It's one of those things when you walk up to somebody and say, "Oh, how are you doing?" "Oh, I'm blessed in the Lord. It is well with my soul." That's great, but that's not the question that was asked. You were asked, how are you doing? And it's okay for you to say, you know what? Things aren't great for me right now, but it is well with my soul. That's a much better answer. There's nowhere in Scripture where I can find where it just tells us that we're not to grieve or that we're not to go through trials or we're not to be in anguish at times. In fact, there are far more Scriptures that tell us that we will deal with those things. And how we deal with those things is everything. So what's your devotion today? Well, no matter what it is that you're going through, and we all go through stuff, we can say it is well with our soul. Because it is the power and the authority of Jesus Christ. God has given us salvation through his Son. And in that, no matter what we go through, difficult though it may be, emotionally charged though it certainly often is, it can still be well with our soul. And that's your devotion for today. Guys, as always, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. Go bless somebody else today. Don't expect anything in return. Watch what happens in your life. We'll see you tomorrow.